the day has come. I have opened up my iMac 27-inch after 9,700 hours of usage, unopened, untouched. It is open, and I was so afraid over all the years to open this up, and I just don't get why. I never tried, but I actually never had the correct tools also, but I got them, and now it's opened. Well, here's the screen and here's the glass, and that was really easy. All you do, you take one of those suction cups. This is the iFixit one. You place it in the middle and you pull on it, and this is held in by magnets. Basically, it's held in only by the magnets, and so you don't have to heat anything or peel anything or clip anything. This is actually a pretty cool design. Screen also comes out pretty easily, although it has some connectors that I need to disconnect. Interesting, but yeah, also doable. And here we are in the inside. Now, the task for today is not going to be as hardcore as the task will be in a couple of weeks. Today we'll only install the SSD. Now, the SSD, I've got here two SSDs. This is the one I ordered from Amazon for only 20 bucks. And unfortunately, it's only 120 gigabyte. And that's just not enough. Now, I played around with the idea because I've got another 120 to kind of put this in RAID 0, but it was just a little too crazy for me. I just want one volume and that's it. So I went out and bought today another SanDisk, but a 480 gig. That was pretty cheap, only 70 bucks. I'm kind of so astonished because over the years the prices for SSDs really dropped. When this was new, an SSD option would be really expensive, and I think you couldn't even get more than 256 gigs, and it wasn't mainstream at all. So I bought it with a 1 terabyte Tavia Black Western Digital drive, which has been totally reliable, but it has 9,700 hours of usage, and also it's a hard drive, so this is slow, and so yeah, this needs to go away. I'm finally in there, and actually I don't know why people sometimes say you need to put out the motherboard to upgrade the hard drive. I don't get it. Just not true. You only have to pull out the screen, and then you're greeted with something that looks like this. This hooks right into those, and you unscrew. It comes out like this, and you unscrew only these two, and there you go. You got the hard drive all out. And that's the whole thing. There's nothing else to do. No motherboard removal, nothing. But, of course, there's a problem. Now, when you just look at this, this is a hard drive temperature sensor cable. It goes in here. This is there, it says HDD temp right there. And what this does is, well, it monitors the HDD temperature. Because when you look at a hard drive, you see these pins here. And those are for this sensor. You plug in and it tells the computer the temperature. Now, unfortunately, SSDs don't have that. SSDs only have the SATA, power, and data. So what do? Well, you leave it. And now comes the problem. When you leave that, the iMac thinks the temperature is crazy and it cranks up the fans to 100% all the time. And that is annoying. Now there's two ways to fix it. There's one software solution, one hardware solution. A software solution is you download SSD fan control or any kind of fan control program for Mac or Windows or whatever you use it with, and then you just turn down the fan, and that's it. Kind of ghetto. That's the one I will do. Or you could also go to OWC, which makes a actual adapter for this here. So you plug it in here and you glue the sensor on top of the SSD, and that's it. Then you got your own sensor cable. And there's also a way, I'm not sure if I want to do that. There's also a way where somebody shorted it out and then it would also kind of leave it alone. They kind of shorted out like here, these two pins or whatever, and you know. But I will go with the software solution. It's the safest one and the cheapest one. I will not short anything out because I'm not even sure which one to short out. Now, there's not a lot that can happen, obviously, but still, it is the better way to just go with the software. This will go in here. Now, I've also got this problem with the operating system because the hard drive, yeah, while it has all the software on it, I want to do a fresh install because this is a real old bloated install with all sorts of crap on it that I don't even need. And I want a new fresh install of High Sierra 10.13. Now the problem is, this is my only Mac that I can use to install. And so I will need to kind of hop over to my mother's Mac Mini and create the USB stick there and then come back and install it. Now, yeah, until then, the fans will probably run nuts at 100%. So I'm thinking even of installing High Sierra on the Mac Mini to this, then put it in and boot it up as if nothing happened, and then install the fan control program, because I know how the fans sound when they're at 100%. It sounds like an airplane taking off. It's really loud and really annoying. And so yeah, probably that's the way I will do it. Now I still need to work on a mounting solution because you know me, I'm cheap on accessories. I'm very, very cheap. So I'm kind of not willing to pay a adapter bracket thing to 2.5 inch as you would properly do it. So I'm kind of thinking of repurposing this bracket and screwing the SSD to this, sorta. I still don't know how I will do that really, but this is an SSD. It has no moving parts, and as long as it doesn't like jiggle around in there, I'm fine. I could also just glue it down here, but that's not really what I want. I kind of wanted to put it here, sorta. I'm just thinking about it, but I think that's what I will do. So, you know, this is not a regular video where I show you how it is done and you see me working on it. This is just a vlog type because you will see us upgrading the CPU in this. Yes, in here will come the top of the line i7 CPU from the time. The CPU is located here, and you guessed it, yes, the motherboard needs to come out, and along with it, all of those connectors need to be unplugged, and it's gonna be a little harder than the HDD upgrade. So yeah, I've even seen some cool projects online where people will get rid of the optical drive and place the SSD here and leave the hard drive as is. That's also a cool project I thought I would do, but I will just leave it as is with this stock configuration. There's also this cable going back. I don't know really what it is. Must be some sort of sensor because it's sitting on top of the optical drive. This computer has so many goddamn sensors. Incredible. Here's the Wi-Fi card. Here's what is that? Must be looking some like a cooling solution here for something with heat pipes. So maybe that's a GPU. And that's the CPU. But it could be also otherwise. This could be the GPU and this could be the CPU. But I'm really thinking this is the CPU. I've never worked on one of those, so. But still, like, does it say maybe somewhere? Nah, probably this is the CPU though. We got two fans, really dirty from all the years. One here and one here. Maybe there's another one down there somewhere. I don't know. But probably not. And yeah, kind of cool to see this from the inside finally. Here's the power supply. Yeah, and I don't know what that is. Also maybe some part of the power supply. Don't ask me. Yeah, guys. And I will now try to mount the SSD. And then I will unmount it again and install the High Sierra on the SSD finally. So I am here currently creating the installer to the USB drive, and They freaking want a 12 gigabyte or bigger USB drive. What has this world become that you need a 12 gigabyte USB drive to make a operating system installation medium? I mean, really? I don't know, but I only have an 8 gigabyte actually, and let's see if it works. I remember it working fine with an 8 gigabyte too. But yeah, if it fails, then I don't have to be surprised, I guess. Anyway, I remember it maybe works with an 8 too. If I need a bigger one, I need to transfer some files from a different one, and it's a pain in the ass, so I don't want to do that. I forgot actually something. I forgot to get some data off of the old drive here that I need on the new drive. And now it's a little too late, so I have to hook it up externally, which is not a big deal. But anyway, I should have done that earlier. But anyway, still here. And yeah, but I kind of forgot about that. So guys, check out my absolutely exclusive one and only high-tech iMac 2010 SSD adapter. Yep. This is the way to go. Definitely. Anyway, High Sierra is on here. Now we'll put it back, put the iMac back together, boot it up, and hopefully have some way more speed. So let me screw that in, and then I'll do the rest off camera. There it is, all installed. Nothing's wobbling or loose. So yeah, that really did the trick. Now, I hope I didn't forget anything or rip anything out by accident, but I don't think I did that. So I'm just so looking forward to seeing this finally boot with an SSD. So mates, it has booted without any problems at all. I'm very happy to see it working. And we got the SanDisk SSD in it. Great, but as expected, the hard drive fan is going nuts, so I will install this little tool, which is supposed to help me with this issue, called SSD fan control. This thing is just so snappy, it's incredible. Not expected that. Not used to that. I should have expected it. It's just incredible what an SSD can do to a machine. This thing is so responsive, so snappy and quick. What a nice upgrade. And it's only getting better actually. It's just gonna get better with a new processor. I'm just so looking forward to it. So here is the tool I talked to you about, and now the fan is running at 2800 RPM. If I set it to smart, it's calming down a bit, and when it says at 45 degrees, it's running at 1100. Maybe that, I don't know. I really don't know, because right now it's at 1400 and it's measuring 22, which I don't know what it really measures. And also this computer apparently has an optical drive fan. Didn't know that. But yeah, I will leave it now and see when I reboot the computer if it stays like this, because then I'm just gonna leave as is. I will not worry too much about this hard drive temperature, because the SSDs are really not known to run all that hot. And also it's got plenty of space to cool in there, so yeah. Yep, it stays like it. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Kudos to this developer. He saved me just 40 bucks. Otherwise I would have to pay 40 bucks for the adapter or the different sensor cable I talked to you about. Yeah, so now I will do all of my mods and my settings in OS X, because I'm not happy with the stock OS X config, so I will do all of this, and I will see you again with this machine when we do the CPU upgrade. But the SSD upgrade right now, totally worth it. Even though I haven't even used it, like from the responsiveness and everything, it's a completely different machine. So yeah, that was very cool. So yeah, see you later.